So let me.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Look into it. So if I'm talking about this, the infinitive. So what is that? The infinitive which? Oh, wait a minute. The infinite. No. No. So the infinitive. What is that? If I'm talking about the infinitive, so let me point out here. See, we have verbs, right? So what do we find out in verbs? This. So we know that there are two types of verb, auxiliary, and the other one is called as a main verb. Main verbs. So if you talk about that auxiliary and main verbs, so under the main verb, you will find out what? Two more. One is called as a, what is that?
Finite verb, another one is infinite.
Very good, finite. And the other one is called as a non-finite. So if you talk about that, so what is the job of the non-finite? Non-finite. So non-finite can be called as a non-finite can be called as a the non-finite is called as a infinitive, and or you can say that infinitive. You can say that gerund, or you can say that it's a gerund, or you can say that it is an adjective participle. Adjective participle. So this is something called as just the diagram of the verb section. So verbs, auxiliary, main verbs. So main verbs are two types, finite and non-finite. So non-finite covers with the three of the things, infinitive, gerund, and adjective participle. So when we are talking about these things, so we are learning the first form of the non-finite verb, that's called as an infinitive. Now, what is that infinitive? Let's say that, look into this, read these sentences. I want to go. I want to go. So they tried to find fault with us. Can anyone tell me that which one is the infinitive here? Can anyone tell me which one is the infinitive here?
So they tried to find fault with us.
Sai, can you tell me which one is the infinitive here?
To find. Can be.
How do you know that it's a to find?
I guess.
You guess it. Okay. Sai, are you there?
Yes,
Sir.
there.
Yeah.
Screen is not visible.
My screen is not visible. Now?
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay. So, yes, I was telling about, Sai, can you tell me that which one is the infinitive here?
So I think fault.
Rudra, are you there? Go ahead, go ahead. Okay.
I also think it will be fault.
No, it should be called as a to go. It will be also called as a to find. Always remember, if you talk about fault is the infinitive in the second sentence, then what is the infinitive in the first sentence?
So to go.
Sir, to go.
Yeah, to go. So infinitive is what actually? Now, infinitive is indicating as a the to go is actually a verb, but it acts as a noun in the sentence, right? Using in the position called as a object or object or subject. If it uses as an object of the sentence or subject of the sentence, it will be called as a noun. So if you say, I want to go, so to go is the object of the verb want, right? So similar to that, if you say they tried to find fault with us, so to find is the object of tried. So fault with us is the object of to find, right? So in that case, you can draw object and subject can be used as a noun in the sentence, right? So next, look into the second part. The second part is stated, the forms to go and to find are infinitives. It is clearly written. The infinitive is what? Now the infinitive is called as the base form of any verb, right? So often followed by to. So what is infinitive? Now infinitive is a base form of the verb, often followed by to. Read this following sentence. To error is a human. To error is human. Birds love to sing. Birds love to sing. To respect our parents is our duty. He refused to obey the orders. Many men desire to make money quickly. Now, do you find out that? How many sentences are there and what are the means? What do you say that? What are the means infinitive here? You will find out. Yes, one by
Sir,
one.
what is the meaning of error?
Error. We say no error. Error means mistake.
Yes, sir.
So here it is stated to error is human. So can you tell me, Sai, means here to error is human. So to error is a what kind of a part? Means is it a subject of the sentence or object of the sentence?
So it is a subject of the sentence.
Then it is a noun or is it a verb?
So it is a verb with.
But it is used in the subject. In do you use verb in subjective case? Do you?
Yes, sir. It is verb.
It is verb, but at the same time, it is used in the subjective case. Then it is called as a noun, right? It is actually a verb, but used in the sentence as a noun. जैसे कि साई घर में तो पापा का बेटा है, लेकिन स्कूल में स्टूडेंट है टीचर का, है कि नहीं? समझ में आया या नहीं समझ में आया? साई?
Yes, I understood.
What did you understand? Can you tell me?
That it is a verb, but it is because it is used in the subject like a noun, so it is a noun.
Very good. Absolutely correct. So it is a verb, but as it is used in the subject, so that's why it is called as a noun. Clear? Am I clear, Sai? Sai, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible and you are clear also.
Okay. Now, Pratyush, can you, okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the second number question? Birds love to sing. So here to
The
sing.
answer is written.
What answer is written?
See, in sentence to the infinitive, like a noun is the
You tell me,
object
you tell me that what you have understood. So to sing
Okay.
is a what?
Sir,
To sing in the sentence is what?
to sing, object.
Object of what? Object of the verb love, isn't it? And that's why it is called as a
Yeah.
noun. Now, to respect is also called as a subject.
Subject.
Yeah, subject of the verb. Mm. So he refused to obey the orders. Again, you will find out to obey is called as a object. Many men desire to make. To make is also called as a object. So in that case, you would find out the words like to plus to plus verb is used mostly for the purpose of what? Subject or object of the sentence, and it is actually a verb but used in the sentence as a noun, as a noun in the sentence. Now look into it. It is clearly stated in sentence 1, the infinitive like. In sentence 1, what do you find out? The infinitive like a noun, it is the subject of the verb is. Which one is the subject of the verb is? To error. In sentence 2, the infinitive like a noun is the object of the verb love. So he loves to sing. To sing is the object of the verb object. So in sentence 3, the infinitive like a noun is the subject of the verb is. Right. So you can say that to make mistake is. So in sentence 4, the infinitive like a noun is the object of the verb refused. He refused to obey. To obey is the object of refused. So in sentence 5, infinitive like a noun is the object of the verb desire. To make is called as the object of the verb desire. So that is why we clearly draw the idea. Infinitive, if used in the subject or objective case, they use as a noun of the sentence. Right. Now, the next one, it is stated that it will be seen that what infinitive is a kind of noun with certain features of the verb, especially that of taking an object. So what is the job of the infinitive? Now it is using as an object of the
Sir,
sentence.
can you read the sentence 3?
Yeah. In sentence 3, the infinitive like a noun is the subject of the verb is. But like a like a verb, it also takes an object. Right. That is what it is pointed. So wait a minute. Hello. हाँ को हाँ नहीं सुनिए. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. So what happened here? It is stated that in sentence 3, what does it say? The infinitive like a noun is the subject of the verb is. Like you can say, to respect our parents is our duty. So to respect is the what? Now to respect is the subject of the verb is. But at the same time, like a verb, right? It is our duty to respect. It is our duty to respect our parents. So it also takes an object. So which one takes an object? Now to respect, like if you say it is our duty to respect our parents. So to respect, it can be used as an object, right? That is what it is stated in a sentence 3. Okay. अरे समझ में आ रहा है या any confusion? Please do ask me.
No, sir.
Sai and Aryan.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir, I can understand.
Okay. It will be seen that the infinitive is a kind of a noun with certain feature of the verb, especially that of taking an object. Infinitive is a kind of a noun. Infinitive क्या है? एक noun है with certain feature of the verb, especially that of taking an object. When the verb is what? Transitive. When the verb is transitive and adverbial qualifiers in short, the infinitive is a verb noun or verbal noun. So obviously you know about transitive and intransitive, yes or no? Have you known about transitive or intransitive or not? Hello? Side, you know about transitive?
Yes, sir.
So it is stated that transitive. It means if infinitive is used as an object of the sentence, then the verb can be called as a transitive, right? Let's take an example. If I say here, many men desire to make money more quickly. So, to respect our parents is our duty. Or birds love to sing. So here you will find out to sing, to respect, to obey, to make. They are called as a infinitive, and therefore the verb love, the verb refused, the verb desire can be called as a transitive verb, right? So next. Now, the word to is frequently used with the infinitive. So where do we use it to? Now we use to frequently with the infinitive, but it is not essential part or sign of it. Therefore, after certain verbs means what are the verbs? Now the verbs like bid, let, make. Please do remember them. Bid, let, make, except when they are conjugated with do, right? So if these are the words using with the do, then you can use to. If they are not used with the do, then you use without to. So even you also say that need, dare, see, hear. So we use the infinitive without to. So what do we do? Now we do not use to with the verb, right? So after certain verbs like bid, let, make, let me point out some of the examples. The first example is called as a, let's say the first example is called as a make him, let's say make him say goodbye, right? Now what do you find out here? You can find you can see that after make we don't use to, we simply write say. We don't say make him to say goodbye, make him to say goodbye, right? Similar to that, if I am talking about another one, let him tell truth. Let him tell truth. Now, what do you find out? Here also you will find out after let, so you are using tell, right? So which is not used with the to tell, right? So we are not using to. Are you listening to me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Next is called as a, means when you are using the another one that called a bid. So bid him say bye, only bye. Bid him say bye. So again, here you will find out that as bid is used, so we can't use to say, right? So if it is also used with the need, dare, see, hear, so then also we are using means without to infinitive form, right? Okay. Sai, do you understand what I am means what I teach here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So look into it. It is stated bid him go there. I bade him go without to. Let is used, so that's why sit. Will is used, so that's why I will not let also use, so that's why go, right? So these are the things are clearly helping us to understand that the importance of the infinitive. The importance of the infinitive is what? Now it uses as a means a subject or object of the sentence. They are actually verb, but they do the job of noun, right? And it is not mandatory to use to with this infinitive verb, but whenever we find out the word bid, make, let, or you can talk about need, dare, right? So after that, if we find out any infinitive, that won't be used with to, right? That is what. Okay. So moving to the next one. Yeah. Now, look, more examples are there. Okay. Observe that. Make him stand. I made him run. So we need is used. So that's a go. You need not do. So dare not do. Saw him do. So heard him cry. So you can see that means we don't use to after we are using make, need, dare, saw, heard. So after that, right? We simply write the means the verb one. But do you know what you call to them? You call to them bare infinitive. So such kind of words are called as a bare infinitive. Infinitive. So which are used with simple verb one, right? So next it is saying the infinitive without to. The infinitive without to is also used. Where also we use without to infinitive. Now, definitely the words like will, would, shall, should, may. So even might, can, could, and must. So after this also we use infinitive. Let's say that I will pay the bill. You should work harder. He can speak 5 languages. You must come to the office at 9 tomorrow. So these are the words which are clearly highlighting that means not only let, make, bid, right? We also use will, shall, can, could, may, might, must. After that also we don't use 2 plus verb, right? We only use verb 1. Now look into this one as well. The infinitive without to, the infinitive without to is also used after hard better, hard rather, would rather, and sooner than, and rather than. Please do keep these rules in your mind. What are the rules? The rules called as a means where do we use only infinitive and where do we use 2 plus infinitive? Or where do we use infinitive verb? Where do we use means only 2 plus verb infinitive, right? Let's say that when you're getting hard better, you can say you had better ask. We don't say hard better to ask. Hard rather play, would rather die, right? So sooner, I would come sooner, or like he sooner made this mistake. So or he sooner means I will join you, rather stay absent. So stay. So in that case you would find out infinitive is used for in a 3 different areas. So bare infinitive, they are called as a bare infinitive, means without to. The verb is called as a bare infinitive. So the idea of telling you this infinitive is what? Now you must understand only noun cannot used as a subject of the verb or object of the verb. It can be pronoun or it can be verb also, infinitive verbs, right? So look into this. How do we use infinitive? How do we use infinitive? So if you talk about that, the infinitive with or without adjuncts, the infinitive with or without adjunct may be used like a noun. Now, what do you mean by adjuncts means what? Now, the meaning of adjunct is called as a means without having adverbial form. without having adverbial form. The infinitive with or without any kind of extra word can be used. Like, you don't need to say that having to find fault is easy. You simply write to find fault is easy. So in that case, if I am talking about to find, right? So means infinitive can be used as a subject of a verb, like to find fault. To find is the subject and the fault is called as a verb. To find fault, sorry, to find fault is easy. So here the verb is easy, sorry. To find fault, so here you will find out to find fault is a subject of a verb easy. To error is the subject of the verb each. To rain is the subject of the verb each, right? So to find fault is easy, to error is human, to rain is worth ambition. So here, what do you find out? Now, infinitive can be used as a subject of a verb. So it can be also used as the object, but as the object of a transitive verb. Transitive verb means what? Now, like I pointed, for your simple understanding, let me point out, if you find out any of the whom or what is present after the verb, right, or called as any of the infinitive is used after the verb, can be known as a means the verb in the sentence as a transitive verb. Let's say that. How? Here you will find out, I do not mean to read. So I do not mean to read. So what do you find out? The verb is called as a mean. Then which one is the object here? To read. I do not mean what? To read. So to read is indicating as a nothing but object of the verb mean. So that is why mean is called as a transitive verb, right? What kind of a verb mean is? Transitive verb. TV. He likes to play cards. So likes is the verb. Then to play is what? That's called as infinitive. He likes what? To play cards. So to play is known as object. So likes is called as a verb. What kind of a verb? That's called as a transitive verb. Now, it is also used that what? The two things we learn about infinitive. What is that? The first thing is called as it can be used as a subject of the verb, and we took 3 of the examples. The second one we draw, that's called as the object of the transitive verb, right? So when it gives the question's answer, what? I do not mean what. He likes what? So even not only it uses as infinitive use as a subject of the verb or object of the verb, it also uses as a complement of a verb. Infinitive can be used as a complement of a verb. How it uses as a complement of a verb? Let's say that if I'm saying her greatest pleasure is to sing. Now here the infinitive is called as a to sing. So whom are you saying? What is her greatest pleasure? Now to sing. To sing is her greatest pleasure. Now if I say that how she looks beautiful. Now beautiful is giving as a compliment to she. So similar to means her greatest pleasure is laid on what? To sing. So in that case, to sing is called as a complement. Complement to whom? Complement to the complement to of a verb, right? As the complement of a verb. So in that case, we can consider that infinitive can be used as a complement of a verb. Like look into the next one. His custom is what? Now to ride. To ride. Forget about Delhi. Delhi is an adverb. So to ride. So to ride is what? Now to ride is indicating as a custom. To sing is indicating as a greatest pleasure. So that's why to sing, to ride, they are called as a complement, right? So now 4. But remember that complement of a what? Now complement of a verb is, but at the same time giving complement to whom? Now, custom or greatest pleasure, right? Now, look into the fourth number. So, infinitive used as the object of a preposition. So, infinitive not only used as an object of a verb, right? Object of a transitive verb, it also used as an object of a preposition. Object of a preposition. How? Let's say that he had no choice but to obey. So what do you find out? He had no choice except obey or to obey. The speaker is about to begin. So what do you find out? So to begin is an infinitive. Infinitive means object. So object of a whom? Object of the preposition about. So if I say that means about is an object of whom? Now verb, each. So like that, you will find out as it lies before the infinitive. So therefore, preposition is known as means preposition is governed or called as infinitive governs upon about or preposition. So even you can consider that uh, infinitive is also used as objective complement. So like you pointed, it can be called as a complement to a verb. It is also called as objective complement. What do you mean by objective complement? Now, when the complement is given to the object, not to the subject. Let's say that Pratyush was made captain or like Pratyush was made by his friends the captain.
The Pratyush was made captain by his friends.
Yeah, or you can say that Pratyush was made by his friend the captain. So in that case, what do you find out? The captain is referring to whom? Or like if I'm making this sentence, he made Pratyush, captain of the team. Captain of the team. Now, what do you find out? So, captain of the team is referring to whom? Pratyush. So, he is a subject, made is a verb, Pratyush is an object. So, captain of the team is referring to Pratyush. So, that's why captain is indicating as an object complement. So, here also, I saw him. What? I saw him go. Now, when you find out I is a subject, saw is a verb, him is the object. So, go is referring to whom? Now, go is referring to the object, right? So, I saw him go. Who is going? He or him. So, when the infinitive is thus used like a noun, it is called the simple infinitive. So, what kind of an infinitive you can call to it? It's called as a simple infinitive, right? I hope you understood the complete information, right? Now,
Yes.
now this is something called as a couple of more information about, uh, okay, lots of more are there. Yeah. Next,
There are exercises.
yeah, there are exercises. Okay,
Sir, you can send the PDF and rest of the things, or we can study alone.
huh? You can do that. Okay.